Join me in my kitchen as I will be sharing with you a few of my healthy budget-friendly recipes that I plan to freeze for the postpartum period. This is definitely my favorite soup now. It's garlicky, a bit sour, super creamy and super light, made with chicken. Start by filling a pot with water and bring it to a boil. This is a 5-liter pot. I did add about 3.5 liters of water. Next, here I got the whole village chicken that I will cut into big pieces. Pretty much I separate the legs, the wings and the chest. I will set aside the chest because I plan to use it in a different recipe. I add them all into the water, followed by a red pepper, 2 big peeled carrots and a few pieces of celery root. It will take about 30 to 40 minutes until they are fully cooked through. Meanwhile, let's add in a bowl 3 egg yolks, followed by 300 grams of fat Greek yogurt. It should be at least 10% fat. So 100 grams of yogurt per egg yolk. Give it a very nice good mix and set it aside. The greens are what really bring up the flavors. In this recipe's case, we need fresh parsley. I will chop a bunch and set it aside. Next, I grate 2 to 3 garlic cloves. It's important to be grated, not minced, and set it aside. The meat and the veggies are fully cooked now. It's time to take them out. The way I do it is to add on a plate the components that I will discard, and on the other plate what I plan to add back in the broth. So the peppers, the celery and the onion are kind of squeezed of flavor, so we don't need them anymore. The chicken and the carrots will keep. It really looks amazing. The broth and the smell is very pleasant as well. I chopped the carrots into small cubes. I held myself with a fork because it's still very hot. Feel free to do it later if you have the time to wait until it cools down. I really enjoy chopping the veggies after they are cooked because it's just so much easier and faster. The kids like to eat only the carrots anyway, so this recipe is perfect for them. Once I chopped them, I set them aside and prepared the egg yogurt mixture. We want to add it into the soup, but because it's too hot, we don't want to curdle the yogurt, so I bring little by little some of that broth into the yogurt while mixing. Once I feel like the mixture gets warm to hot, then it's time to add it in the soup, but not before. It does take a bit of time and attention, but I promise that it is worth it. When it's ready, add it into the soup. You can see it looks so nice now. Next, I add back the carrots, and by the way, I added the yogurt mixture when the soup was on a very low heat. The chicken I will just shred by hand. Feel free to use gloves if you can, if not, probably mothers understand. A part of it got eaten by the kids anyway. I pretty much remove all those bones and either leave the chicken in bigger pieces, or we can also just cut in smaller. It's fun, it's totally up to you. In my case, it's kind of a mix. Add it in the soup, give it a good mix, then turn off the heat. Now we add the chopped parsley and the grated garlic. Give it a quick mix. Then we finish it off with 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. This is what finishes the soup. I did add close to 1 tablespoon of salt at the very beginning when the meat was boiling, so we just leave it like this now. I really enjoyed this one. I did not forget about that chicken breast. We'll start with the bell peppers. Here I have 3 in different colors. I slice them up one by one. It is very attractive for the kids being so colorful. Once they are ready, I slice a white medium onion. and leave it on top of the peppers. For the chicken, I slice the breast in thin layers, ideally bite-sized pieces and even. We don't want bigger pieces than others, so make sure it cooks through. I fry it in olive oil and season with cumin, paprika, salt, and black pepper. Give it a quick mix, then let it cook for 7 to 10 minutes. When they are ready, I add them into a bowl and bring the veggies into the pan. I saute them for about 5 to 7 minutes. They will get some of the chicken and spices flavor as they cook. When they look ready, I bring the meat on top and turn off the heat. Sprinkle chopped parsley. You can do cilantro if you find it, but where I currently live it seems to not be that easy to find, so I just leave it like that. Of course, these chicken fajitas need some lime juice. I got here a very ripe one that I squeeze on top of the meat. To serve, I bring a tortilla. Add some of that chicken. I add about half an avocado next to it, some slices of cheese, and some Greek yogurt. The next day I did add some corn and scrambled eggs into it, and it was very delicious. Wrap it and serve it. This time my kids got sick and I promised them something sweet, but that would also fit with my postpartum freezer stock. So this is a very nice alternative to those banana muffins that we see everywhere. It's very easy to make as well. Start by separating the eggs. We'll need 8 for this recipe. We'll mix the whites. I did add a pinch of salt and mix very well until it becomes firm. Because they are sick, we decided to be okay with sugar this time, so about 150 grams. Mix again until they become firm. In a separate bowl, add the egg yolks, to which I add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Give it a mix, and when they are well combined, it's time to add them on top of the whites. Give it a whisk and try to not lose too much of the air. Next, add about 150 grams of melted butter. You can do oil as an alternative. Another mix. About a teaspoon of baking powder and 200 grams of flour, little by little making sure it mixes evenly. This cake is a great option if you want something high protein because it has a ton of eggs. Now I add the mixture into my baking dishes. You can see I improvised as I don't really have a complete kitchen yet. You could use your muffin tray here as well. I do keep a part of the dough and I bring some cocoa powder for color and extra flavor. Give it a very good whisk, then add on top of the rest of the dough. I could have done it nicer probably, but it's a cake in a rush. I do blend a little bit just to get a nicer texture on the inside as well. Then add them in the oven at 180 Celsius or about 350 Fahrenheit for about 40 to 45 minutes until no dough sticks to your toothpick or skewer. I did let it cool down a bit before slicing it. You can see it has a very beautiful texture. The smell is also very nice and the kids loved it. I also kept about half of it to freeze for postpartum when I need something sweet for myself or for the kids. It's really not high effort and the only bad ingredient is sugar, which you can replace with honey or banana, or try even without any sweetener and just top with some maple syrup. I highly recommend having some with cold milk though. I think I make this hummus recipe at least 2 times a week, and I feel like now I kind of master it, so I feel like I have to share it with you. We do it with canned chickpeas this time. I pretty much add a 500 grams can with close to a cup of tahini, a teaspoon of Himalayan salt, 1 garlic clove. You can adjust here based on your taste, but we prefer a light, mild version, and a good squeeze of lemon juice. I find that half is enough, but you can adjust here too. If you find trouble blending, add a splash of water. I go up to a 1/3 cup, that should be enough. I cook it on Wednesdays and Fridays when there are fasting days. It does freeze so well, it does not lose much flavor. You can just bring a little bit more of that lemon juice when you defrost it in case you feel like it watered down. But we enjoy it so much that we also love to serve it with other meals like breakfast. Today I paired it along with some eggs, avocado, cucumbers, with pita bread. You could also do raw carrots. I pretty much just brought up what I had in the kitchen. Lots of options, and it does have some protein, so it's pretty good. Make sure to add olive oil on top. It's been a while since we stopped buying bread from the store, so today I renew my batch. Here is my quick recipe for bread buns that anyone can make, super low effort. Make sure the water is warm, add the active dry yeast, the salt, a quick mix, then start adding flour, 1 cup at a time, and give it a good knead by hand. In about 10 minutes you should have a nice dough that's ready to double in size. It does need to rest for about an hour. When it's ready, I section it in about 10 to 12 pieces. I shape them by hand and then I pat them with a bit of water on top. This way the crust will be soft. Sprinkle some sesame seeds, in our house it's a must, and into the oven for 20 minutes at 450 Fahrenheit and then another 10 to 15 minutes at 300 Fahrenheit. I promise you'll never go back to store-bought bread. Something that I did this week was to buy a kilo of broccoli that I cut into small pieces, and then I keep a part of it in the refrigerator and the rest I will freeze. This way buying fresh veggies in bulk won't go bad even if you don't have the energy or the time to use them. If you missed my first part of frizzle meal ideas, you can watch it here.